Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Get Down Monday. I don't know why I decided to call it Get Down Monday because I'm just feeling so good. So first and foremost, just want to thank you all. Had a wonderful time Saturday night. Thank you. It was awesome. It was good. Took me a day to recoup, of course. But so first off, I really kind of wanted to come in and say, oh, my lights are on my aquarium. What's up? See my aquarium, all my fish are doing great. Thought I'd show you, my lights are on. So everything's doing great. Aquarium's doing great. So hopefully everything's okay, with everybody out here. But just want to say shout out to Saltwater Aquarium. I just want to, honestly, I don't know if I ever really officially thank them, but just want to thank them for doing what they do for the community. I really want to, say that they are trying to definitely make a difference. They're trying to definitely help, with doing things to, just put more stuff out there. It's like they're a business, but they're also seems to, they have tanks and, they're trying to educate as well. So I personally am saying shout out to them and thank you. And also thank you for, allowing me to be part of the family. So shout out to them for that. I just wanted to start my Monday off proper. And so keep on doing what you do, saltwateraquarium.com. And we all thank you. I think I speak for everybody when I say that. There's a lot of great things a lot of people are saying about you. So let's continue the hard work and the grind and to make this community a better community. And hopefully we all understand that it's okay if we don't see eye to eye with each other, but it that doesn't matter. It's about how we handle things and can we grow from the talks that we have here on this channel. Can we grow and become better people and just continue the fight to do great, at this and make others become great at it. So let's continue the grind for 2021. Hopefully all you guys that are popping in, totally agree on that, obviously. Let's rock out with the corals out. Where's Alberto at? So anyway, good morning, everyone. Hello, Carl, Jay Fisher, and St. Reefer. So we have to definitely morning shout outs to all my members that are coming in. Hello. We have guys give everybody a hand here to St. Reefer. And who else we got up in here that is a pig member? Whoop, whoop. We have Sherry's Reef. Good morning, Sherry. We got the Cup of Joe. Yes. So, good morning, you all lovely people. So today, what do we want to do? These morning talks. Hey, Kevin. All these talks are just talks. Wherever Aquarium Talks Lee does, whatever bright road or dark road it takes us. That's what we just decided to talk about. And for all you new people that are coming in, don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to, if you have any issues, problems, anything like that, put it in the chat here. If I'm talking or whatever, there are people here that will answer your question or help you out and walk you through whatever it is that you have going on. So don't be afraid to ask questions. You're not going to get trolled here or anything like that. We ain't going to tolerate none of that. So you have nothing to worry about on our end here. What's up, Justin? How's it going? Good morning to all that that's popping in. So, does anybody have a certain topic or anybody would like to come in if your tank's up and running? As you guys may see, my beautiful tank here with all my invisible fish and coral. These new invisible fish and coral are just so much easier right now to take care of. So this is my beautiful tank right here. This is the Waterbox Peninsula Mini 15, I believe. Yeah. And I outfitted it with a Kessel, the new Kessel X. So I think it's a good fit. So I just thought I would share my tank this morning with you all. How's it doing? How's it doing? How's it going? But anyway, so what's the way to ship in? What's the best way to ship in the winter? Best practice to use. So shipping of what? Are we talking about corals and fish? And if we are talking about that, those things are, it's really case by case. I think whoever's doing the shipping of live animals really needs to think about where those corals or fish going, considering obviously if it's hot or cold, what the temperature is going to be on its journey, and just plan on that. Now, if you're having hellacious weather or a storm's going to come through or whatever during this time that you need to ship these corals or fish out, I think it should be rescheduled because there are major delays due to weather and stuff like that. So therefore, we are talking about live animals. If we are talking about live animals, let's just say, I think it's very important that you consider those things, and you should keep up with the weather, understanding what the weather's going to be, and plan, accordingly. So, yeah. Hello, Wendy. Wendy 77. Shout out to Wendy 77. So, but yeah, if you're talking about animals, that's exactly what I would do. Just consider all those things, and how many heat packs or how you're going to keep it regulated, the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, understanding heat packs only work too if it has some kind of oxygen, it works that way. So like some kind of breather hole in the box to keep that pack doing its job for however long, 18 hours or whatever it is, depending on the heat pack that you get. Ice packs, obviously, are just ice packs, however you're going to do that in the summertime. Days that it's going to be a scorcher, you might want to skip that day to ship something out, if the following day is going to be a scorcher. So really just depends on a multitude of things, but ultimately it's just use common sense, for anybody that's listening. And if you're shipping animals, then you just use your best judgment and common sense. Hey, I was feeling great. Yeah, it was her. I don't know how I ended up like almost 8-hour live stream. I mean, It's cool. Yeah, I was having fun. I was having fun, and yeah, shots were going. I took yesterday off because of it. So it is what it is. We got hit with a hellacious storm here. School, so kids got school snow day. But hey, Flashkin, good morning. So real quick, for all my paid members, I like to just display them here and just say thank you guys for supporting the channel. And you guys give these guys a hand. So we have Flashkin here. He says, good morning, everyone. And we also, the Harlem 14. Shout out to these guys for being a paid member and supporting this channel. Thank you for all that you do for us here on Rico's Aquariums. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So stay busy, Crown in the house. What's up, my man? What's up? Friday, you have in past done 24-hour stream. Bring the 24 hours live back, in my opinion. He says, I've done 72-hour live streams. Here's the thing. I'll do pretty much whatever. But the thing is, as long as people are supporting what it is that I'm doing, you know what I mean? Because that is a lot of time, I would rather do that on the days that my wife has to work, like the weekend, like she did this past weekend, and she just got home a little bit ago. So like her all weekend. So I'm not really like taken away from my family, you know what I mean? So something that can be considered, something we can possibly set up, this next weekend we're off. This weekend coming up, I'll be in Florida. So if you guys are going to the Lakeland show, I would love to see you down there. I'll be coming in hot. I'll be rocking out probably with my corals out, rocking out my saltwater.aquarium.com shirt. I don't know if they're going to make it down there or whatever. Support the Lakeland show, but I will be down there. My wife will be down there. And yeah, I'd like to see you guys down there as well. Come hang out. Love to spend the Saturday with you. Yeah, so it's up to you guys if you're down there. If you after the show Saturday, a big group of us. If you guys want to go out somewhere, go out to eat, just hang out, throw a couple back. I'm down for that. So just let me know as well. He said, the 72 hours, that sounds more fun. Yeah, I was watching the rest of Saturday's stream before this one came on. He said I was watching the rest. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the Saturday stream. I think it was cool. I had my mini troll, and we had fun. I thought it was fun. I like when people can see that it is what it is, man. We're all passionate about this hobby. Some things are gonna make sense. Some shit don't make sense at all. It's just you gotta listen to everybody's perspective. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want, but listening to other people's perspectives and you can really feel strongly about what they're saying. But that doesn't mean you should whatever. I think it's okay to have debates. It's okay to have disagreements. It's okay to do those things, but also be respectful to somebody. Don't be cussing them out and doing all kinds of stuff, like that. But it's okay to be heated. I think it's a good thing to be passionate and be heated and get your blood pressure going a little bit. I don't feel there's a problem. I feel there's only a problem when you take it to a disrespectful level. So that's what I do. I feel that's what you should reconsider whatever it is that you're doing. But anyway, Rico, don't forget to drink your coffee before the stream gets serious. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Stay busy. Right. It's perfectly okay for Rico to be wrong. And here's my little troll. Anyway, it's okay for Joey, the angry owl, to be wrong as well. So, it's just cool. Now some people can take these things and be like, oh my God, is this like really happening? You always got those Karens out there that are really going to take what's going on and make something bigger than what it actually is and be like, you see Rico? You see what? I mean, these are just dramatic queens of the hobby, And yes, men can be queens. They sure can be. Dramatic queens at that. It is what it is. We're still here, though. Angry Owl's still here. I'm here. Everybody else is here. Oh, real quick, for those that are paid on here, shout out to these guys. So when they come in, the paid members, just like to highlight them, let you guys give them a hand for being supportive of this channel. We have Carrie. Good morning, Carrie. Get down Monday, and I'm home. It's snowing here, right? So get down Monday. So hello, Ryan Chime. He says, hey, everyone. What's going on, my man? Rigo, how did the rest of the debate with Angry Owl work out? I think it works out. It worked out okay. I mean, I think the way I process, and here's the thing, the different ways of how people process something that's being said. Ultimately, it can be said in two different ways, but mean the same thing. And, at the end of the day, we all don't process things the same way. And we all are not going to look at things the same way. We're not all going to interpret things the same way. A debate is a debate. If it can be a healthy debate, it's okay. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. Okay. These are just how strongly one may feel about their personal opinion. But ultimately, the bottom line to that debate is nobody's right or wrong. Reasons being is because honestly, neither one knows the rate of minor trace elements and how corals are utilizing them and at what rate they are being utilized. So, but we can also say that when it comes to water itself, okay, salt water, I would say is going to be hands down the best in right way, the only way. And the only reason I say that is because this is how we start our aquariums off. So obviously, if we start them off that way, that should be the right way to adding elements back into our aquarium for our aquariums to thrive, to eliminate phosphates and nitrates and stuff like that, organics from our system, while replenishing things that our aquarium needs. So his method on stopping the water changes and taking a different approach to adding elements back, it's not necessarily wrong. The thing is, ultimately, I'm saying his way is not going to be like really wrong. The concept is the same thing as doing a water change. The problem is that some might take and run with that, thinking that's the best way. And I honestly, where I truly stand on it is I don't think that's the best way. And the reasons being, and the only reasons being, is because we don't know the rate that the corals are utilizing the minor elements. We know major elements. We know alkalinity and stuff like that because we can test for it and physically see those things happening. As far as these other elements that we honestly can't test for even outside of an ICP test, we can't test for those. So therefore, at the end of the day, we're not going to put a right and wrong, but as far as the corals and what they truly need, the right way is to simply do water changes because we don't know. And therefore, we started our aquariums off this way. This is how we begin our journey in the hobby and with our aquariums. And it begins and ends with water. That's all I'm saying about that. As far as bringing like elements back and replenishing, it's being done on two different methods, but in the same direction. The only difference is there are more elements that we don't know. Are they being used? And are they being, at what rate are they being used? We have no understanding of that, including myself. I am not exempt from this conversation when it comes to that. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you all that I'm right, and this is the only way. All I'm saying is because it begins with water in the first place to have a beautiful aquarium, it should end that way as well until we have full knowledge and understanding. And maybe in the future we will. Maybe as long as time keeps going. I mean, there's a lot has changed since I've been in the hobby, since 96 to now. I mean, there's so much that can happen. And it's just a hurry up and wait patient game. Hold on. Let me, hello, Harkin. So everybody, just want to say another paid member sitting up in here. Just want to say hello and thank you, Harkins, for being supportive of this channel. I think I might be able to give you your wrench back here in a little bit too. I can't do it on this, what I'm looking at, but as long as you don't pocket down nobody, block and ban. Anyway, so just so everybody knows, I think it was a healthy debate. Okay. And I think it was something that people enjoyed. Like, I think other people probably thought Angry Al was going to get banned and blocked and everything else, but that's just because how people perceive me, because I'm just a strong individual like that. And I understand if people would have thought that, but he would have got that a long time ago. I think he can agree on that if I felt that strongly about something. But anyway, so yeah, I think it was an awesome topic. I think it was awesome. One thing I say is that I think it's very sad that it came to him pulling his hair out and stumbling on this other, form or whatever. And, basically he's just in his head, he's set now and he doesn't want to disturb the system, which how do you tell somebody to disturb what's working for them after 2 years of fighting with a system? Like, that happens more so than we all talk about or want to admit. Systems don't always just go up peaches and cream, especially how everybody wants the holy grail of transitioning over to dry rock is unbelievable. But you got these people that I've got more time than they ever have in this industry and doing reef tanks that wants to say that dry rock's better than anything because of pests. There are ways to eliminate pests. There are things, why not just quarantine your live rock? Why not put things in traps and stuff like that to bring out the pest if there's such a pest? Like, not to be funny, bristle worms got a bad name. Those are the pipe cleaners of our tanks. I mean, they help out more than you think they do. If something's dying and they're going to start dying and decaying, they're coming to clean that up. They're handling that so that doesn't become a problem. But people, blackball them like pit bulls, and these are all people that are the same people that go to college, that sits behind a desk all day, but never once really got their hands dirty. They're just paper pushers. They read, and no shit. And the 99% of the time, that's how I feel. Okay. Now the accuracy on those numbers is yet to be determined, but that's how I feel. And because they're so quote, quote, supposedly educated, and quote, the way they talk and, articulate what they're saying to the people and sound so smart that they're very convincing, people jump on that bandwagon. And therefore, here we go again, changing up what really worked. What works. Do we want to get better? Of course we do. But it's just like lawmakers, man. It's all good until it applies to them, or whatever the case may be. The irritating part is I don't mind change, but at the same time, I hate it because it's a demise of a lot of things. It causes more problems most of the time than, I feel like it should. But once again, it's how people perceive things and translate things and push things, right? That's all I'm saying. It's, 5 of us read the same book, a Harry Potter book, let's just say. And we all, 5 of us read the same book. And we were asked to articulate or to tell what that book was about. You're going to get 5 different versions of that same book. I mean, this is what destroys, and I'm going to be honest, my opinion, this is what destroys. Sorry, I'm not seeing the chat right now because I'm trying to stay focused, but this is what destroys a lot of things. Not that conversations destroy, it's just somehow that these things that are supposed to be for the good are people are taking it too far, like removal of bristleworms and stuff like that. Things that help your aquarium somehow got whatever. Live rock got canned. I mean, live rock, honestly, hands down to this day, I don't care about your pest or my pest that I got with it. I will handle that. How do you handle other situations that happen in your aquarium after the fact that you started your aquarium with dry rock? You figure it out, right? So for those people that talk so much shit about, pest, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, a lot of times I don't try to degrade anybody or talk shit about it. But at the end of the day, it's like, really? So you feel that because certain pests can make it in, that justifies canceling out total how people should do shit. You wonder why people have so many problems, or why it takes so long. In all these other things that goes on in the aquarium, the biodiversity is not there. There's so much great, I feel, in it versus without it. We always complain about, imitating Mother Nature, but we also, in one hand, say this, and in the other hand, totally do the opposite and eliminate anything that could represent Mother Nature. You take it away, and the creatures that come with that, they're made for a reason. They're there for a reason. It's a balancing act. Bristleworms regulate themselves. Bristleworms only produce based on the food source available to them. I mean, come on. You're not going to have 1 billion worms if you got a pretty darn sparkling clean tank. I'm just saying. It's going to be based on what's going on. A lot of this stuff happens, but it is what it is. I think there's a lot that can be had and said about these talks. I think we can go on for days, and I think they're educational. As far as new people coming in, very educational. I think they're very good. I think if people can take it raw and straight and whatever, I think that these talks are great for people like that, that's willing to just listen. And it's okay to put your 2 cents in, and it's okay to whatever. I guess where I get so where I'm at in life and who I am and why I get so heated sometimes, and it's just because of my passion of it. It's once again, everybody has the recipe and the remedy to things, but you weren't there from the beginning. And, you are only doing things because of what others say. It's not based off of your own experience. It's not, or any of it. A lot of the new stuff that goes on now, guys. But that's just how I feel. Now, how I feel, in my opinion, I mean, that's neither here nor there, as far as numbers and stuff like that. But anyway, let me get to some of these comments here. I think I hear your doorbell, Rico. Oh yeah, it's the Planet Aquarium delivery. All right, Carrie. What's the topic? Really none. This is just Aquarium Talk. You're more than welcome to hang out. Christian's Reef. Always right. There we go. A great discussion between you two on on tank stability and the placement of elements. There you go. Insane Reefer, where are we at? Good morning, West Coast. OOG, Fish Room. Hello, guys. Wow. Okay, I had a lot of comments. Okay. Anyway, so I did it. I bought a hydro for my new tank. Okay. Yeah. I do trace elements just to keep the balance in my system. ICP test first, then test again after you supplement to get a number on how much to dose, continuous or needed. Just dose slowly. No big swings. So do people hold much value in ICP? Had the frag tank running for 18 month-ish, weekly-ish 10% water changes. Think there is any benefits to checking that nothing is out of line? Give it a shot. Micro brittle stars are the way to go. I totally agree with Flashkin on that. Dry rock is so hard. I have 150 pounds of seasoned rock and a brute for the last 8 months. There you go. Did enjoy the stream and sharing my tank with the community, and I would love to show progress as I go. Well, thank you, Insane Reefer, for coming on and doing that. There is no ICP test back in the day. How did people manage their tanks then? For me, it's about paying attention to what I'm doing to my tank and how it responds. And staying busy says that. And I'm going to hold off right there because I would like to add to that. Here's the thing. What he said is true. There was none of this back in the day. And let me help you all understand. I'm not against new technology. I'm not against advancing and having better understanding. The problem is, and I'm going to be 100% right, all of us are dumb fucks. Yes, I said it. And I'm not trying to be funny. How I used to be and how I am today, it has went backwards. And I'm going to be honest with you. Back in my day, and I'm going to be honest, and I know, typical purple. Things are different now. Everybody's so smart now, right? So when I was growing up, and as a very young kid, and as to get into my adults before cell phones came around, and this smartphone technology, My brain was the telephone book. There were so many numbers that I could remember, so many phone numbers, like it was a Rolodex. I cannot do that to this day because my brain doesn't have to think that way anymore. My brain doesn't have to think that way because everything around me is doing it besides wiping my ass. Therefore, how fucking smart am I? Excuse my French. This is Monday. Get down, right? So all I'm saying is everything around us holding our hands, doing the shit for us is not making us better. It's dumbing us down. Just saying. You can say whatever you want. People don't like it. We all have options. There's the door, right? You don't have to listen to this. But the reality is, truth hurts. The reality is, you all must have somewhere in the back of your mind be like, fucker's right. It's the truth. We don't do shit for ourselves anymore. We looking for everybody to do everything for us. Everybody to hold our hands and say, even this hobby. We want somebody to walk us through everything. We don't want to observe our tank. We just don't have the time. We don't have the patience. We just can't do it. Rico, what do I need to do? Well, I've done this. I've done that. What do I need to do? Well, the one thing I can't do for you is really analyze your aquarium because I'm not there and I can't see it. I'm not with it 24/7. The best person that's going to be good for that job is you, the person that owns their own aquarium. So wondering why things work for you or why it came out the way it did for you versus me, there's the answer. Nobody's going to answer. Why is that aquarium different from what I'm doing? Well, there could be a million reasons why. It could be work because where you're at in your climate. It because what you do, how many times you put your hand in your aquarium, what you're feeding your aquarium. There could be a multitude of things why it's going to make it so much different. But I can't be the analyst. I try to help guide you into breaking down the process of eliminating whatever problem it is. Ultimately, that's up to you to find. We didn't have these things. So what did we do? How were we so successful back then to now without all this other stuff? Because we observed, we watched, we paid attention to our aquarium. Okay. Not this shit that you call whatever nowadays. You know, everything is about here. Everybody complains about money. Everybody complains about, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But at the same time, in one hand, you say this, and then on the other hand, you're so willing to just give it up and let other people do the shit for you versus you do it for yourself. I don't get it. But anyway, I thought I would add to that a little bit of what Staying Busy said. Keep the bristleworms in check, but they are okay to have in a system. Having predator in the tank that can eat any pest, they will keep the tank in balance. Well, somewhere predators are now needed now. Just like in the world, you don't want a bunch of guys that got their chest out and guns on their hip and walking around. Oh my God. That's so weird that you actually have rights to be able to open carry. Officer, there's a guy walking down the street that's got a gun on his hip. But it's okay for somebody in a suit to do that. It's okay because they have a badge and off duty, they're the same as you. That's just a job that creates this. But it's a problem. People are so fucking panicky and so whatever now. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get that, you just give up everything around you and allow everybody else to do the work for you. And you wonder why you're not capable of doing shit. You don't even try to really pay attention to what it is that you're doing. How many times we tell you to write down your shit so you can have a dialogue of what you're doing and why you did it and all that's too much work for a majority of people. But you want an aquarium, you want this, you want that. But listen, get down Monday. Here it is. I still do water changes. When you do ICP tests, they always recommend a water change regardless. So it's what? Debatable, but it works. I mean, that statement there, the Herm says. So right here it is, guys. Let me just, right there, right? What do you guys see anything wrong with this? If that's what they tell you to do, then do this, but also buy our stuff to balance. I don't understand what's the purpose. I mean, maybe you guys can help me out on that. That does not, my brain just short circuit on stuff like this. This is where my blood pressure is normal, and then it goes, it create a bleep in the graph there, just spikes. Because that's like, what do you want to call that? That's like, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, here's the stuff, but we recommend you do a water change. So if they're recommending water changes, never mind. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything. Why? Because it doesn't matter, right? Right? Doesn't matter. Let me see. Live rock will keep your glass cleaner. Your corals will thrive and take to it faster than any dry rock. That's 100% true. We know that. I know that now for a fact. I think you should send a test Flashkin. Okay, that's for Flashkin. What's up, OG's Fish Room? Good morning, West Coast. There you guys. Shout out to West Coast. Another awesome person that supports this channel as well. Shout out to him in his morning get down Monday. Restrooms are great when they are small. Let's see. For me, it's more about being able to create aquascape with dry rock. You get creative with live rock. So live rock comes in, if you ordered it, just wet paper towels, you're going to have some die off. Okay. The rock is still moist and whatever. You can, and I like it too. I like the way dry rock, because you can have way more time with it, right? They have stuff though that you can use. You can drill it, set it in water, put all the holes in your live rock that you need and drill, right? Set it back in the water, use acrylic rods and stuff like that to still aquascape and build your aquascape. So the thing is, you just can't work with it long periods out of water, which is understandable, right? And you got two-part and stuff like that or putty stuff that still will harden, that you can do as well. So I prefer remote live rock, display dry rock. And that's another thing too. People don't understand that neither. Live rock can be a bunch of live rock in a sump, and it's going to do everything and turn that dry rock that you put up in your display pretty darn quickly. It's going to see that. You got to remember so much on this live rock and the biodiversity. It's really, really, really crazy. So that's what Flashkin was saying. Okay, really would introduce to him. Really, what would introduce him? Okay, they're talking about that. Got mine coming today. How do you get rid of verminid snails? Okay, they're talking about the bumblebee snails eat verminid. There you go. Okay, so everybody's now having whatever. How would you clean old rocks? I was told to leave them in bleach, old rocks, in water for a week. You can muriatic acid dip rock. I mean, clean it from what? I mean, you can do all kinds of number, but you really have to make sure that you're allowing that stuff to evaporate out. Using bleach, you're going to have to do all kinds, just really clean, water changes getting all that out, letting it sit out in the sun, evaporate, all kinds of stuff. Dry, okay, bleach dry, then soak in old salt water. There you go. Yeah. Service for everything. Speaking then, technology. So I think technology on tanks is valuable for different purposes. I would say is that if you have a tank you want to know more about with less effort, then it can create a lot of value. There you go. Reefing is a lot easier than it was 10 years ago. The hobby has come a long way. I totally agree. I would not disagree with that statement. Morning, folks. Good morning, Robert. But no, I will definitely agree with that. It has. It became easier, but how much easier for who? Because the equipment there, or because of knowledge? Because if you took away all that, nobody's having a tank for the most part nowadays. I mean, some of you guys will try. A lot of you guys are kicking your tank over. Period. That's the type of easy that it is. It means because you relinquished all your rights to really get knowledge into other things. You know, you don't teach somebody to shoot a gun with a scope. You know, make them use iron sights, make them understand. Then they can get fancy and add equipment to help them even more. Most people nowadays ain't starting from the bottom. They're going straight for the jugular and doing things, and they have no knowledge. They're learning this way, but they don't know the basics. They don't understand the fundamental of it and just the basics without all the extra help. And I feel like, yeah, of course, you know, it definitely makes it easier for people coming out, you know, just do calcium reactors, you know, and dialing those in. I couldn't imagine me trying to, I would have to do one-on-one, like live streams one-on-one without the electric carbon doser, without the Kenmore peristaltic dosing pump, and show people how to dial these in. And trust me, it's not as easy without these other things. You know, can it be done? Of course. We did it before all this other stuff existed, and we were very successful. And this is why I could say, man, it definitely, but I understand how to do it. If any of this stuff fails, I'm fine. What about when things fail for you guys and it's not available because it's out of stock? Because right now we're in the middle of a pandemic, so things are not on the shelf like they need to be. If anything really failed, how many of you guys are going to be okay? You know, that's yet to be determined. I mean, nobody knows a physical number on that. I'll no longer have the gun on my hip. Shoulder rig is more comfortable. Well, there you go, Flashman. The downside of Lyrock is you can't make a really nice looking skate. I think that's not true. You can't. You can bust that rock, stick it back in the tank. You can do whatever you need to do with that rock like you can with dry rock. The only difference is you're going to have to keep it wet, and that's it. You know, you can have it out in the air for a while, you know, mist it, moist it, get you a spray bottle, do the same thing as you're working with it. What you're not working with others, you keep in the water. You know, you can do it, you know, you just don't have, you're not going to, you know, have it all mocked up on the table like I did for Beast and let it sit out for days and think it's going to be okay, because it's not. And we all know that. So, you know, but you can do that. It's up to you. You know. What's up, Rico? Anyone familiar with, lights versus popular lighting? Yeah. Jeff had them, and he went to Radions. And I think he likes the Radions better. But yeah. If I'm not mistaken, this is just to know the levels of your tank and then adjust the elements, as far as I know. Let's see. How would you clean old live rock? Okay, we already talked about that. Tampa Bay saltwater ships live rock, full wet, no die off. Okay, so now you can get that fully wet, no die off. So you're going to pay for the water as well, water weight. So it's going to be a little bit more, but I say it's worth it. That's just me. Who cleaned their sump back in the day? People don't. All right. King Soul says, Christian's read. Yes. I just to make the adjustment needed. Okay. Right. What's up? Reef the Sea Forever. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My elephants had saltwater tanks for 30 years, only running external filter and TA light. And it was perfect, full of corals, and it was running for 20 years. Bobby says, there you go. There you go. Treasure Hunter, what's going on? I like your saltwater aquarium sign. They are great people. It's one of a handful of online stores I trust, and they've always been helpful. So, got to give you a shout out for that. It's talking about these guys here. So, shout out for that, man. I'm sure that they will definitely appreciate you saying that as well. And obviously, you have whatever you want to say on here, you're going to say, and here it is. You're not, kissing ass. So, that's what's up, man. It's based off of your experience and your opinion with the company. So, I'm sure they appreciate it. I appreciate your honesty. So there you go. People don't do water changes because it throws off the major elements when you dose, and some 2 parts have minor elements included already, which corals only use what they need. There you go. Yes, sir. Okay, speaking of that though, here's another way I look at it. Now, damn it, I might be stupid, I might be slow, I might be everything in between. So, how I do things. Let me just tell you guys this. I know, and then everybody's going to say they've been doing it and they've done it from the very beginning. I get it, and there's going to be tons of people doing it now, right? So, my calcium reactor is based off of my salt. And what I mean by that, whatever I choose to run my salt at, right? If I run my salt at 2.4, 2.5, or 2.6, you're going to get different numbers at 2.5, or 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, when all agree in the chat. Meaning, well, at 2.4, your alkalinity is going to be mixing up here, calcium here, magnesium here, whatever here, right? Same with your 2.5. It's going to be here, here, here. 2.6, here, here, here. Whatever I choose to run my aquarium at, which is normally 2.5, I got my aquarium running. I do exactly wherever that salt mixes up at. That's exactly where I make my calcium reactor hold my levels. Why? Because a lot of people want to do other things other ways, and then they want to buffer their shit up. I'd rather just leave whatever my salt is at, make my calcium reactor hold those numbers. Does that make sense? I don't want to get in. I think somebody asked me once on a live stream about, do you buffer? No, I don't buffer nothing. I don't buffer. Whatever my salt mixes up at, those are what my corals are going to be used to. That's when I have an accident, when I need to do water top off, water changes. I'm not fluctuating nothing, right? That I physically can test for, I physically can see because I can test for. Now, as far as the minor elements, guess what? Once again, I and you and nobody on this damn planet knows exactly what the corals are utilizing and are at what rate, besides the things that we can test for. And that all numbers fluctuates throughout all parts of the day due to, just like your alkalinity fluctuates throughout the day, because things are being utilized at different times. So once again, it's very simple to me in my brain. I understand if it doesn't come off to other people and like, what the fuck is Rico talking about type shit. I make things very simple for myself and make it simple for myself to understand. And my analogies don't come off to everybody. A lot of people might think I'm a damn nutbag. It's okay. It's okay. But what I'm trying to tell you is my levels on whatever I choose to use, my salt, my aquarium at 242526. I set my calcium reactor to that. I'm not buffering nothing up or anything. Now, here's the fun part. So when I lose CO2, it's a weekend. I have to use 2-part. Do you have to have 2-part? Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I could just do a couple water changes, during the weekend, until I can go get my tank bottle, put together. But at the end of the day, I will buffer my system to where those numbers should be at, because that's where my salt is. At that point, calcium reactor on? No, I'm not doing any of that. Not doing that. So that's it. He said, help me, Lord, give me patience. We all need that, Bobby. So we all need patience. We all need wisdom. We all need guidance. So I don't know about you guys. I think this was an awesome morning get down talk. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this morning talk. Did anybody have any questions about anything that I said about that? Anybody? Just let me know real quick, because I am going to wrap this up for your morning get down talk. There weren't that many test kits back then, or better test kits. Now, there are some things that came out that I think definitely improved. But at the end of the day, the problem is that people not in tuned to the aquarium. And that's the bottom line. And I'm only one person with this stupid little YouTube channel called Rico's Aquariums. I don't know why anybody watches this dude. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. A lot of this stuff, people need to put their brakes on, learn this stuff before they get into buying all this equipment to do it for them. Because without this equipment, a lot of people are really, you think you're failing with it. You ain't seen fail yet. People ain't seen fail yet. All this stuff is kind of like fail safe for dummies and really help you just kind of grab, but let me tell you, a lot of people need to be learning this without all the extra tools and bells and whistles first. All the extra tools and bells and whistles is just that. It's extra. You don't need it, but it sure does help. Okay? It helps once you understand it. See, if you get it before you understand it, you will learn shit. You will learn nothing, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just being honest. You don't know how to do it without these extra tools, is all I'm saying. So, not saying that you couldn't figure it out. It's just going to blow your mind and cause some great heartache and pain. That's all. Learn your aquarium. That's hashtag of the day. First, learn your aquarium, and then have fun and spend all the money you want on the greatest technology. But learn it first. You don't ride willies on a bike or a motorcycle, do you? You learn to putt around. You learn how to maneuver that bike first, right? Of course you do. Maybe wrong analogy, but who cares, right? He said, my tank has 2K of tech on it. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I might be streaming later on as well. Maybe I'll get the wife in here, and maybe me and the wife will do an hour, and you guys will just have some fun, if that's okay. But yeah, so I just want to say thanks, everyone. Thank you once again. Officially thanking Saltwater Aquarium for having me on the team as well. Thanks, guys, for loving my aquarium here. We're going to set this up at some point. I got to still finish this room and wait on the other aquarium and all kinds of stuff. But just it's only 15. I know, but it's beautiful. It's the best tank I've ever had. I mean, it's so easy to take care of. Look at it right now. I mean, it's the easiest tank in the world to take care of. So can't beat that one. Anyway, guys, I just if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, please make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, show the love, show the support. Can you explain the justification for using calc on top of the salt levels and calcium reactor? Oh, you mean the cherry on top of things? Yeah, well, we could probably say that for a later video, or when you get off work, if you want to come in and we can all come in and hang out and talk about calc as well. Calc is just funny. Calc does something. There's things on calc does that I still has me scratching my head. It's like a unicorn blood or something. It's just really crazy. It's got some nice properties, helps bind up phosphates so you can be able to, remove phosphates easier from your aquarium, precipitate phosphates. But yeah, it's like magical. But anyway, but yeah, so thank you all. Thank you for all my paid members in here. Hopefully you guys have a great, blessed morning. And I will catch you all later. Thank you and goodbye.